I understand that different chemistries take different approaches, but let's pick a generic, one out there. Let's pick an LFP cylindrical 18650, maybe, sorry, an NMC 18650, whatever is your pick. Let's say one. Uh, let's say that cell has reached 80% of life, and can you briefly give us an idea of what is the process? You have this cell that has come from some OEM. It's a singular cell, or maybe it's a bunch. What does that process look like to get to the final part where you may actually use it for some calibration?
Okay, yeah. So the process starts. Let's suppose you once you have given the battery to either the OEMs or to any customer. So right now, India don't have a policy whether the battery owner is of the the customer or the OEMs, because right now we are receiving the batteries from major the electronic waste collection centers. So once the battery has been collected, what we have developed is we just before collection we short the batteries. Mainly we receive the battery, then we short the batteries, because mainly 100% batteries are not what we call 100% of battery are not made to the extinction part. Some of the 80% of the battery, 70% of the battery can be reutilized. Still the energy is there inside the battery, but you need a certain process, maybe the testing process. So in that process we test some some parameters based on maybe internal resistance, maybe impedance, maybe voltage wise, maybe capacity wise, maybe the sudden loads. So we have made our own equipments to short the batteries first. So we short the batteries which can be utilized in maybe for the solar applications, maybe for the consumer electronics, maybe for the small toys or something. That battery can be used again, because 80% of the energy is still there inside the battery. And then we short, after the shorting process, whatever the cells can be used, we send to the second life battery manufacturing. And whatever the cells which are which don't have a still which don't have a the life, so we send to the recycling. So the batteries, the cells which are after dismantling, we are dismantling the battery, and then we are after dismantling we are doing discharging of the battery, because it is very prominent. You cannot shed the battery of maybe more than 40% SOC, state of charge. So we discharge the battery up to a certain level. Maybe we are 10% SOC or maybe 20% maximally, right? And then we shed the battery into there are shedders, nitrogen based shedders to shed it. And then after shedding you are doing some sort of we are doing some electrolyte separation, because in these batteries we have an electrolyte. So majorly people what they are doing is they are not recovering the electrolyte. So we have developed a technology where you can recover the electrolyte also. Followed by your crushing, we are doing some magnetic separation, where we are separating out your steel components, maybe the metal components which are magnetic. Followed by magnetic, we are separating your the black mass. So mainly right now, if you see, battery consists of basically the three elements. One is your casing, that means your sealing part. Second one is anode part. Third is your cathode part, and one is separator, right? So these are the major key element which consists which binds the whole cell. And now right now what we are doing, the major part which you can extract, that is the black mass. Black mass consists of anode and cathode cumulative, the powder, that means the material which is there inside the cell. So we sieve we sieve it out, separately the anode and cathode powder. Followed by when after separating the powder, we are separating your cobalt, we are separating the copper and aluminum, right? The foils which is there inside the battery, and plastics separately we separate it out. Now we are doing with the recycling, we talk about, we are separated in three segments. One is the battery discharging. Second one is the mechanical separation process, where we are only separating the dry powder which is inside the cell. But that the powder, that means the material cathode and anode and cathode powder, what we are doing is we are separating it at dry, and then further we are doing some chemical separation out of it, where you are extracting your cobalt, nickel, manganese, lithium and graphite. So this is the whole process is divided into two. One is the chemical separation, electrochemical separation, and then second one is your chemical separation. So that's how we are doing this process for me.
Okay.